This week's CAGcast is brought to you by Mack Weldon. For 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/CAGcast and enter promo code CAGcast.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 682. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who can't quite decide if he's a Tim Cook or a Tim Sweeney, Wombat.
I'm a Tiny Tim.
Which billionaire Tim are you?
I mean, I'd be happy to be any billionaire Tim. Is that what it takes? I have to change my name to Tim?
Tim Cook probably only has like 100 mil.
I mean, okay.
I don't know about that. Chip, you have some accounting?
Tim Cook? I think you have it backwards, don't you?
No, I think Tim Sweeney might have more money.
Tim Sweeney's got the billions from Epic, and
okay.
Cook's only got like the stock money.
Gotcha.
He's not a founder.
It's funny
of
money.
Apple. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's slumming. Tim Cook is slumming. He's ordering Panda Express.
Feel bad for him.
Right.
Don't we all?
By the way, if you really like Panda Express, feel free to not email me and tell me that. It's okay. I said I was slumming and eating Panda Express. There's probably no like hardcore Panda Express fans out there.
I guarantee you're wrong.
But they have to. Where do they live?
I like Panda Express.
You don't have. It's all about your options. I get it. If you don't have that good Chinese population, you're probably not going to get good Chinese food. Mm-hmm. And then you get Panda Express. But you gotta take what you can get.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Not everyone has fancy Chinese foods, I guess.
Well, it's not about fancy. It's not about fancy. It's about authentic deliciousness.
Mm-hmm.
Not about fancy. Like fancy Chinese food. That doesn't go together.
There's two fancy Chinese restaurants by my house.
Awesome.
They charge $7 for an egg roll.
For one egg roll?
Yes.
$7.
$7.
In Massapequa?
In Wantagh.
In Wantagh? Is that Wantagh's not fancy.
It's like borderline fancy.
It is?
Yeah.
$7 egg rolls. And they don't have like hot dogs in them or anything?
No, they do not.
Ben's has an egg roll with a hot dog in it.
I know they do.
I don't think that's an option at Panda.
So does Disney World.
Not yet. Right. Well, they're very international over at Disney World.
Come here sometime. We'll go to Panda Express. That'd be great.
I already felt like I ate there. That's not really I'm usually not in a rush, that much of a rush. I can wait.
I don't think pandas are ever in that much of a rush. The name alone is an oxymoron.
It's a good point. You don't really think of pandas ever being in a hurry.
No, I've never seen a panda going, I'm late.
Right. Like, give me that bamboo. Hurry up.
I have a doctor's appointment in 30 minutes.
People do like pandas though.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I just ate dinner and I'm very full, so I want to talk about food. Like I had Indian food, so that's like it's heavy. You go.
It's Cinco de Mayo. You had Indian food.
I don't follow these fake holidays. These corporate.
We got burritos. We got burritos for Cinco de Mayo. We're fun around here.
That's a capitalist holiday.
I'm a slave to capitalism.
Do you buy like all the Hallmark cards for like the Secretary's Day?
Yeah, I bought all the Cinco de Mayo Hallmark cards.
They have those too. I'm sure they do.
I woke up this morning. My kids ran in the room. Happy Cinco de Mayo, Papa.
They all fell for it.
They handed me cards. Hola, Papa. Buenos dias. Yo tiene letra.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa, guys, relax.
It's only 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, exactly. The sun's not even up yet. Don't get that excited. It's a fake holiday.
Yeah, we forgot about that, I guess, in this household. We were just trying to think about like, I don't know. I don't know. We don't celebrate that. I don't know what to tell you. We had Indian food. Maybe that's why it was so empty at the Indian place tonight.
Maybe that might be why.
Or the pandemic.
Right. Meanwhile, like the Indian place opened up. This is crazy. This is a crazy coincidence. And you think I'm just making a joke. The Indian place has a second floor and they never knew what to do with the second floor. They always tried to do something.
I've got a great idea for you.
Yeah.
Ping pong club.
I was going to make the same bad joke.
Nope. That's not good to have the ping pong club on the second floor because then you're going to hear the people like stepping and jumping around and stuff. It's not going to be good. But they opened up a Mexican restaurant on the second floor of the Indian restaurant. But I just opened, I think. Like I just saw the sign, or it's opening soon. So I can't report back on that.
Are there only 2 floors to this building, or can
Correct.
you keep going up with
Correct.
different ethnic foods? The Tower of Ethnic Foods.
There might be a 3rd floor. We'll have to wait and see. They could always add on one. But anyway, the big news, forget about all this. The big news is that it's Wombat's birthday. This whole week is Wombat's birthday.
This whole week is
This whole month.
That's right. No, my birthday was on Sunday. That just passed. It was a very nice birthday. Thank you.
What did you do?
What did we do? We went out for lunch because we're all well, the children are, but the adults are vaccinated. We had a nice dinner the night before at a fancy restaurant. And then we went out to a lunch for a less fancy restaurant.
Right.
I got a cool Lego set. I got one of those Technic sets where you build a giant car.
Need bat? Oh yeah, okay, that one. Is it a Porsche?
Yeah.
The Porsche one? No.
No, it's not the Porsche. It's the McLaren.
Nice.
I'm pointing to it as if anyone can see it.
Television.
But yeah, exactly. It's by
Not
the TV.
the Ford Fiesta.
No, it is not a Ford Fiesta. I got the McLaren Lego Technic set. It was really cool. I spent my day kind of building that, and then we did some gardening. And I want to say that was basically it. It was a fairly low key kind of day, but we were all, happy and healthy together, and there's not much else you could ask for. Oh, and I got a case for the Oculus.
The case, but not the strap in the case combo, just the case.
What's the strap in the case?
There's a strap that is like a special fancy strap that you can buy. It's extra. It's been out of stock everywhere. It's hard to get, and has the battery also, and it comes with a case.
I'm okay with what I got.
Right. No, I'm just asking questions.
Yep. No, it was fun.
Good. Happy birthday. I almost bought you V-Bucks.
That was nice of you.
I thought about it. You know what? What's interesting?
I almost bought him a Avengers in-game credit card when I at
What?
Target. They've got like racks of them. They're like, hey,
Credit
buy some
card?
Avengers bucks. And I was like,
Wait a minute.
Oh, you mean Avengers the video game?
yeah, Marvel Avengers.
Oh.
Avengers the video game. They have
That's funny.
plenty of them on the rack at my Target.
Really?
just go in
Plenty?
there and-
They're not just selling. They're not. I thought those were sold out everywhere.
Those are the only cards that you can get at Target right now.
That's funny.
Sorry, Cheapy, I interrupted you.
No,
with
I was
my
just-
almost present to Wombat.
I was trying to buy the V-Bucks, and I went I wanted to see. Here's what got me. Here's what wound up costing Wombat the V-Bucks.
Gifting V-Bucks is a pain in the ass.
It's a little bit of a pain in the ass. And I wanted to try to get you credit on your creator thing too. I was trying to double dip. I was like, I'm buy some fucking V-Bucks and also get them on the flip side with the creator code. But you can't enter in the. So then I was like, I'll go to the Epic website to buy the V-Bucks because you can't gift V-Bucks from inside the game. So I went to Epic website. You can't put in the creator code on the Epic website for V-Bucks. You can only do it if you're in the Epic Game Store buying, I guess, other games.
They got you inside their store.
But
why can't I do this anywhere else?
right. So I'm like, oh, now is there some other option? And it got so complicated, I wound up not doing it. So it's one of the Tim's faults. It's one of the Tim's faults, Wombat.
Well, I appreciate the thought.
Yeah, it can still happen. We're celebrating, all month long. So it's not like it's a done deal or anything.
I spent some V-Bucks today.
What'd you buy?
The Batman skin that came out. It was at a steep discount, so it was worth it.
Nice.
Steep discounted Batman skin.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. It made us all very happy. All of us.
NCAB in the chat wants to know if anyone gifted the major laser skin to me yet.
I was going to.
It was too complicated, right?
No,
Just like
that
the
wasn't the
V-Bucks.
problem. Is that we did the show Wednesday and the skin was out, and I thought I had another day. Usually skins like that are in there for more than a day, and I thought I would have the next day to do it. And by the time I got back onto Fortnite, it was gone.
Bombaclot.
Yeah, so that's my fault.
I'm going to use that same excuse about the Avenger cards at Target. I went back for them, and they were just completely sold out.
Right. And the store burned down, I think, too. It was just a crater in the parking lot. Well, happy birthday, Wombat. That's, you made it.
Mhm.
Looking, I see the haircut. You having wine, a little birthday wine. You got the haircut. All right.
Wine and a haircut.
We're celebrating.
We're very fancy.
When you're not on a show, do you always tip the wine up like you're showing it to people every drink?
Is that what he's doing?
I like to, I'm toasting our audience.
Do you toast with every drink?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Maybe he has like
what it is? It's because I have to keep it in a spot where it's not on the laptop because I don't want to put wine on my laptop. So it's sort of like stretched out. So I'm kind of like maneuvering it around wires and laptops so I need to pick up.
Okay.
So that's why I'm going like this.
Spill it.
I understand what you're saying, but it's more of a I don't want to hit anything kind of thing.
I'm right there with you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers. I got some water here. I had a delicious latte beforehand, but I drank it before the show.
Lovely.
I did also have a delicious second dose of that Pfizer right in my armhole.
Any symptoms, any side effects, any reaction?
I'm even hornier than usual.
That doesn't seem possible.
Right. No, my arm is a little sore, but other than that, I feel normal. So we came home from getting the from both of us getting the vaccine, and we pull into the driveway, and there's 3 ducks sitting on our front doorstep. We're standing on our front doorstep. They're not sitting; they're standing there. I've never seen ducks on our front doorstep before, or even in our driveway. They don't hang out in our house, really near our house. And I chased them away. Like, I'm surprised. Like, you figured like the car pulling into the driveway would chase them away, or me getting out of the car. No, but I had to like pop the garage door open. Anyway, they left 2.
Is it a Deaf Genie situation?
What's Deaf Genie?
Where he said, "Oh, I thought you wished for 3 black ducks."
No, I don't know what the setup is on that joke, and I probably don't want to know. It sounds bad.
That's a good joke.
But the joke was on me because they left 2 giant puddles of diarrhea in front of my door, which was like awesome. And I was like, oh, we pull in the driveway. I see there's a box there. I see, oh, there's my Apple AirTags showed up. And I'm like, oh, wait, there's also 3 ducks standing next to it. They better not be like eating my AirTags. And then, or at least they didn't shit on the box. That was the key. It was gross though. I almost threw up right there, but and you had to step over it to get into the house. But I hosed it out. Don't worry. All right, let's do some show feedback. I don't want to gag. Wombat, this is your cue.
Yes.
To do the show feedback.
I'm doing it. Okay, these are sort of related, so I'll do them, I guess, one after another.
Perfect strategy. Good strategy. Let's do them in sequence and not in parallel this week.
No, I'm going to read them while you read them. Ready, go.
Usually I usually read one, and then we stop and talk about it, and then we read the next one.
All right, so you're telling us to not talk.
So Atlas Shrugged 80 had to say, Shipwreck asked the correct question about Mortal Kombat. Was there a tournament? This is in regards to the Mortal Kombat, the movie. Because Wombat said, yes, I'm now convinced we watched different movies. See, I got it wrong. I just assumed that they were fighting for a reason, but I was wrong. The video game is based on a tournament. The characters in the movie talked about the tournament. They foreshadowed the tournament. They were freaking cave paintings of the tournament. But with 25 minutes left in the movie, I turned to my wife and said, they aren't going to do a tournament, are they? Spoiler, they didn't. No bracket, no matchup, no people being uppercutted into a pit. Just random fights. It's a garbage movie. Play the games instead. 2 out of 10. And Doc Samson also agreed and said there was definitely no tournament in Mortal Kombat, although he enjoyed the dumb movie anyway.
So are they saying that you got it wrong, that you said that there was a tournament?
Yeah, and the funny thing is I know there wasn't a tournament. I just was like, yeah, and there's a tournament.
Right. So, you just assumed that they had a tournament at some point, and you just sort of glossed over it. So they made a Mortal Kombat movie, and there's no tournament in it. Like the whole point of Mortal Kombat is the Mortal Kombat in the tournament. How do you
save Earthrealm without a tournament?
Scratch off lottos. Wombat, you can't ask Wombat about the plot because obviously he didn't follow any of it.
I didn't. It was too complicated for me.
I bet you he knows whose arms got pulled off, though.
I do. Jax.
Good.
You know what his special power is?
Yeah, he can punch the ground. Or
not having arms.
Is not having arms. His arms grow back.
His arms grow back?
Yeah, that was his thing. I talked about it last week.
Oh, well, I wasn't listening to that, just like you weren't paying attention to the movie.
That's well, I'm a bad person.
What?
I'm a bad person.
Anyway,
I mean, that's a pretty good power, but to find out that you have that power, like you could go through your whole life and not realize that's your
not realize
superpower.
that if you lost both your arms, giant metal arms would grow in their place. Yeah.
Right.
Wait, the metal arms grew back?
Yeah. Like he gets his arm. Obviously, he gets his arms ripped off. That's
I understand.
Like Jax's thing.
Yeah.
And okay, so one of the main plot points of the movie is that everyone has like a special power inside them.
Oh my God, this is bad already.
Fireballs.
Like
okay,
exactly.
Well, the things that you would expect, like Sub-Zero's got the ice power.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the magic power lives inside them the whole time.
Yeah.
Jax's magic power that lived inside him the whole time was the ability to grow giant robot arms after his regular arms were ripped off.
Pretty good. I'm not gonna. That's a good plot point. I like that part.
I have a question.
Now, Darkness in the chat is saying the monks gave him arms. The monks gave him like the shell of arms, but not the full arms. They gave him like these, like the T2 arms. Are
like we making a mistake by following Wombat's plot description?
It seems like he's getting a lot wrong.
No. Yeah. See, now he's agreeing with me by saying he unlocked the super arms. That's what I'm saying. He had his ability was like
better arms. Upgrade. He could upgrade arms. His ability is to upgrade electronics that come out of him.
Yeah, it's like it was so dumb. Right. The movie is pretty dumb. Like it's as dumb as dumb gets.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I made the right call. It sounded like. Mm-hmm. I was like, how bad could it be? And then I started hearing, because as always with these bad movies, they preview them out to people who are going to give them good reviews first. So all the early stuff is like, wow, it was so good. The fight scenes were awesome. Or like, wow, they did a great job with this movie. And then 2 days later, it's like, wow, this movie's bad. It's like everybody's bad.
It just wasn't as much fun as I think it could have been. I feel like if they had cut a lot of the jibber jabber and maybe extended the fight scenes and had them be
always a good idea.
Like longer, more practical fight scenes, kung fu fight scenes, people would have cared less about the inane jibber jabber in between.
Yes, always good advice to cut out the inane jibber jabber.
Yeah, because one of the biggest fights in the movie it's the Goro fight.
I was going to ask if Goro was in this.
Goro's in it, and it's the guy who they made up for the movie fighting a CGI character. And if there's something you want to see less in a movie, a kung fu movie, it's the guy you don't care about fighting a CG blob.
What was the power that was inside Goro all along?
I believe the power of flatulence.
That would get me to watch them. Just Goro doesn't fart in the movie, does he? Because might get me to watch.
Yeah. No, he takes a shit on him instead.
Stop. I mean, King Kong scratched his butt in the King Kong movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Goro could fart. It's not that out there.
No, it isn't.
All right, I don't know how I transition into this, but let's move on with the show. We should let everybody know that May is Make NF Visible Month, and we're raising money and awareness for the Children's Tumor Foundation. Now, we did this last year, if you don't remember, and I finally learned how to say neurofibromatosis. So it really paid off last year's efforts because I can say it like no problem now. But you guys can just call it NF because it's difficult to say that you're not practiced like I am. NF is an under-recognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. It occurs in 1 in 3,000 people and affects millions of people worldwide. It can lead to blindness, abnormalities, cancer, deafness, disfigurement, learning disabilities, and disabling pain. And we're doing stuff to bring awareness. We've got a raffle going right now. For every $5 that you donate, you can get an entry into our raffle to get a grand prize of a $100 gift card to wherever you like. And I'm going to give you the link in the chat right now if you want to donate. If you do donate, you'll make these lights behind me flash the CTF colors, which I set up. Which are, well, you'll have to donate to see and look behind me.
Oh, it's a mystery.
It's a mystery. We also have a channel reward that you can literally make NF visible by triggering a video that will play in a little window during our broadcast. So if you're listening in podcast form now, you can go to tinyurl.com/CTF CTF21. It's tinyurl.com/CTF21 to donate. And we'll be doing this all month. So you have time. And maybe we'll get some additional prizes to add in there for the raffle giveaway. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got some donations already. Oh, and if you donate $50, I will read your message and your name during the show live. Hopefully, I can interrupt Wombat and to do so. And we already got a couple $50 donations. One was from Dan, who wrote in and said, "My best friend has NF. I've seen how horrible it could be. I hope charities like this could help everyone with this disorder." And also, Ken R. sent in $50 and said, "Thanks for your support, GBD." Ken R. is actually he was the child that the Children's Tumor Foundation was founded for. So yeah, welcome. Let's move on to Watch This, boys.
There's a lot to talk about.
We've been, I see there's a big list here. I've been watching a show that neither of you are probably going to watch, but it's very good. And it's called Mayor of Easttown, and it's on HBO.
Is that the Kate Winslet show?
It is.
I was interested in it. My concern is that it's more drama, less mystery, when I would want more mystery, less drama.
No, it's actually a good mystery. It's a good drama, and it's actually very well written and has funny parts too, which it's surprisingly, I've laughed out loud a couple times and I was not expecting to do so.
Kate Winslet is known for doing good work. So.
She's very good in this. She's crazy good. And Guy Pearce is in this.
I like him too.
Yeah, I would recommend it for sure. We've watched all the episodes. There's 3 episodes out right now. It's like a murder mystery in a small town in rural Pennsylvania. I'm assuming that's Pennsylvania because the guy was wearing a Flyer shirt. But it's pretty cool, like that small town cop thing, like detective thing. I think you would enjoy it.
Okay.
Check it out.
You know what else is on HBO that you should watch?
What?
Tenet.
Should I?
Yes.
You should only watch that in a theater.
You know what? I watched it at home. You know how I watched it though, TP? This is how I recommend it. I'm jumping ahead a little bit.
Yes.
I used my Xbox headphones with better sound. So you watched it with headphones on.
With Atmos, Dolby Atmos?
Yes. I watched it with the Dolby Atmos and the headphones. And I think that may have helped me enjoy that movie a little bit more. Because there's a lot of there's good sound design in there going on. It also has a lot of practical special effects. You know, they went out of their way to do practical special effects as much as they can. It won the Oscar for special effects. And there's some
beat
pretty
out Sonic.
cool. Yeah, exactly. They beat out Sonic. So there's a lot of cool car chase stuff in that movie. And I can't explain the plot because if I did, I don't think I could make it make sense.
Was there a tournament?
There is 3 tournaments.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 tournaments. But I really liked it. I really liked Tenet. I know a lot of people didn't like it.
You're saying you could understand the plot of Tenet, but not Mortal Kombat? Is that what you're saying?
I think so, yeah.
Is that what you're here to say?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Seems unlikely.
No, I understood the plot of Mortal Kombat. I just didn't care. There's a difference.
And you understood what was going on in this one? Because this has got a lot of out of sequence stuff, doesn't it? And I thought that throws you.
We went through this last
I know.
I don't like out of sequence in documentaries. That's the rule.
On Thursdays.
Yeah. Out of sequence in a film doesn't bother me if it works for the film. This, and how do I say this in a way? It's not, I don't want to say anything in case you watch it.
Okay, we'll talk about. I'll watch it at some point, and we can discuss it later.
You should watch it, I think, and so should Chip.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not adverse to watching that movie.
It's a Christopher Nolan action movie.
I don't really like Christopher Nolan stuff, but I'm interested in this.
It's good. It stars Denzel Washington's son. How can you go wrong? So it's a good movie.
It's possible. There's not a lot of new movies to watch, and there hasn't been for a while, so I might give in.
This is like a big, real movie,
right?
That's relatively new. I liked it a lot.
I also want to watch Nobody.
I saw that.
Oh.
I saw Nobody.
How is it?
Oh yeah, look at that. It's right there. I wasn't even.
You weren't even segueing that? That's why it was so seamless.
Uh-huh.
I went to a movie theater and I watched Nobody.
How many people were there? Nobody. You're supposed to say nobody.
No, it was indicative of the film. It was there were 4 other people in the theater. besides me and Mrs. Shipwreck. We each had our, like, you each got a row of seats, and then there was a separate row in between the rows.
It should always be that way. I never want to go to a movie and sit next to people again. You know, not just because of the germs and stuff, just because people are annoying. Anyway, how was the movie?
It's a fun movie. If you like John Wick style movies,
yes,
that's a lot what Nobody is. It's a little bit towards the end. It gets a little bit hammier, I would say, than the John Wick films do. There's a little bit more like jokiness to it. But it's an enjoyable, like, it's only like an hour and a half long too. So Perfect. It's an easy to follow plot.
Punching.
There's a lot of punching. There's lots of guns. Like there are a lot of guns in this movie. So I don't know. It's a fun action movie.
I'm going to check it out.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll watch that at some point in my lifetime.
What else we got here?
This is a Netflix one, and it's a shame because I think the Shipwreck family would really, really, really like it.
Yep.
And that's the Mitchells versus the Machines. That's the new Miller Lord movie, the guys who made Into the Spider-Verse and Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs and the Lego movies. And the writer of the movie was one of the story editors on Gravity Falls. So it does have this kind of sensibility of those three guys, you know, in this one movie. It's really funny. The animation is spectacular. We watched it, the whole family, and we all loved it. It's really a great movie. I will probably watch that again.
I don't want to. I heard it's sad though.
It's not sad at all.
Are you sure?
Yes.
My Twitter feed said like I laughed and I cried a lot. I
could see people crying because it's, you know, there's emotion to it.
Okay, happy sad.
Yeah, but not like, oh my God, it's not depressing. Yeah, okay. Heartwarming is a good word.
Heartwarming. Okay, I guess. Sometimes I don't like that either though. I feel like it's it's like they're cheating. I feel like these movies take liberties with my emotions. I don't like it.
They do a good job with this, and the movie is very dialed to 11. Everything is very heightened. It's very funny. It has that mixed, you know, the mixed animation styles like Spider-Verse has. It's a lot of fun.
And Eric Andre is in it, right?
Eric Andre is in it. He's good.
Right. Let me get there.
I think your family would like it too.
Sure. Yeah. We like things.
I know. The Shipwreck family would very much like it.
We'll watch it. We'll just wait until it comes out on Blu-ray, and then we're good to go. No rush.
Right. Exactly.
We speaking of that, a HBO Max exclusive came out on Blu-ray, so we watched that. Earwig and the Witch. This is the Studio Ghibli.
Oh yes.
Their first foray into 3D CGI animation. Not a winner, I wouldn't say.
The visual style did not capture my imagination when I first saw it, so I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I like the visual style enough. It's really and we liked watching it. Like it's just all of the Studio Ghibli movies have kind of it's non-American style storytelling, right? So it goes in ways that it's like, oh, that's kind of a strange beat here. So what I would say about the kind of plot path of this movie is like super big event chase scene. It's in the trailers, not a spoiler. There's like this big motorcycle chase scene at the beginning that it ends up with the young girl getting dropped off at an orphanage, right? So then the rest of the movie is about all of the things that happen before the end of the movie, which is really where traditionally an American movie would start, where this movie ends. Right. So it's like we have all of the stuff that like happened in between the parts that we would care about story wise. Like that's what the movie is, which is a really strange thing.
Yeah, they're trying new things. They're trying the new 3D animation. They're going to mix up the way they tell the story a little bit just to throw you. Maybe you don't notice the 3D animation's a little wonky. Maybe
There's a lot of I guess leave it up to your imagination why things happened. So I don't know.
Right. I'm just going to watch Totoro again.
Well, they show him a lot like before the movie starts.
Oh well,
like
yeah,
they're just gonna throw Totoro up there on everything they can, right?
Well, he's an icon.
He's their Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, pretty much. We started watching the series on Netflix, the anime Yasuke. That's the Black Samurai. It's based on a historical, story about a slave who became a samurai and got his freedom. It was a real guy, and he served under Nobunaga. But this story adds magic and monsters and stuff. But it's really good. It's really if
the magic and the monsters were real?
I don't think so, because there's robots. There's robots. They have robots.
Can you prove that didn't happen?
Yes, because we still don't have robots like this.
Maybe they stop making. Maybe he stops that from happening. That's the reason why we don't have it anymore.
Anyway, I haven't finished it. I've watched maybe 4 episodes or so. But if you like Ninja Scroll, classic movie like that, I think you're gonna like Yasuke. They did a pretty good job with it.
Okay.
But my guess is it would have been an interesting story if they just kept it historically somewhat accurate, and without the monsters, they could have probably made something pretty interesting. But all the monsters do make it more interesting. Jonathan writes in and he asks, which of the new Marvel movies that have recently had their release dates announced are you most looking forward to seeing? Because they had that teaser trailer Marvel put out with Black Widow and Eternals and
Spider-Man and Doctor Strange and
10 Rings and the Shang-Chi. I still don't know what that is. I got to be honest.
Shang-Chi.
I don't know what that is.
Shang-Chi is a person, not a vat.
Oh, is that the guy on the train who's beating everybody up?
Yeah, his name is Shang-Chi.
They didn't tell you that in the trailer.
He's the master of Kung Fu. He's the best hand-to-hand fighter in the Marvel Universe.
He's so young, though.
Well, maybe there's more origin-y in this one.
Okay.
Where at the end of the movie, he's the best hand-to-hand fighter in the Marvel Universe.
Right. Got it. All right. Well, answer this guy's question.
They always tell the origin story when we're talking about Shang-Chi.
Are we always talking about Shang-Chi?
Yeah, just all the time. Wombat acts like anybody knows who this guy is. Nobody knows who this guy is.
I mean, you know what it is? I expect you to know who he is.
I don't know who this guy is.
That surprises me.
It doesn't surprise me.
He hangs out with Spider-Man.
I don't keep track of everybody.
Spider-Man
has hung out with everybody in the Marvel Universe. I don't know if you know this, Wombat.
I bet Spider-Man has Shang-Chi in his
phone. There's
phone.
the cover where Spider-Man is swinging in. I got to go save this comic franchise. Here comes Spider-Man.
Uh-huh.
Right. That's why he came to Transformers. They knew they needed him within the 3rd comic.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm interested in that movie, but it's more that I have no idea of what it is going in, right?
Same.
It's a similar to Guardian situation. People didn't know those characters before that movie.
Right.
No, you're right. 100% right about Guardians. It's actually part of the reason why I'm excited for Eternals, because that's something that even I, the nerd I am, know very little about the Eternals.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious to see if they could pull it off.
They just showed Kumail taking his sunglasses off. Super ripped Kumail just taking that was it. That was Eternals. Yeah, I don't know anything about that either. I don't know how to answer this guy's question though. Which one I don't know, whatever. I don't care. It's all the same. It's all the same.
It doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's different flavors of the same thing.
I know. I like that though.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Black Widow. The answer is not Black Widow.
Why? That could be good. That guy, they look like they could have some interesting characters in there.
I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy it, but if we're talking about what I'm excited to see, it's everything else and then Black Widow, because
I'll go
that
see
story
Black Widow.
is just in a weird position in where the movies are at right now.
Because it takes place before Civil War or right after Civil War. It takes place before Endgame and Infinity War. So it takes place before all that nonsense. So it's sort of interesting. It's like, well, why are we telling this story now? What new information are we going to glean from this?
Right. Like if we went back 5-6 years and you told me there was a Black Widow movie coming, I would have been excited because she was an interesting character that was building up through everything. Now it's like, okay, they're going to force some stuff in there that's going to be related to stuff that's after Endgame. Like Shang-Chi is going to show up and just be like walking behind her in the background or something. And then like, oh, they linked this together. They really thought this through.
Trust. You have to trust in the system, Ship. They got it all planned out, spreadsheets and everything.
But
Different stages.
Some sort of taskmaster will be a bigger deal than we think.
I don't know.
Taskmaster.
Task.
Not a fan of Taskmaster. Gotta say, not gonna put asses in seats.
He used to be a very cool villain, and I think the Avengers game, kind of ruined him.
The game that just came out.
That was it.
I like Taskmaster a lot, though.
He just copies people. He just copies people's moves.
No, he has the mutant ability to memorize people's moves. It is a superpower.
I'd rather have metal upgradable arms.
He just has to see someone do something once, and then he can do it.
Would you say that's different than what I just said he did?
Yeah, you made it sound like he's like, oh yeah, he just copies people. No, it's a superpower.
That copies people.
He's not just copying people. He's learning how to be a fighter. Like if he watches Shang-Chi beat someone up, he then knows Kung Fu. It's pretty cool.
He's copying them.
Whatever.
You're simplifying it, Shipwreck. You're making it sound lame.
Yeah, don't oversimplify.
He has the mutant ability to copy people.
Exactly.
So, is that better?
That's better. I take it back.
So if he watched like a great table tennis player, he would be a great table tennis player.
Exactly.
That is
has
a good
to be
power.
Exhausting.
In the comic books, he trained John Walker how to fight like Captain America.
Wait, why is it exhausting, Jeff?
Well, just because everything you're looking at, you're like, oh, I know how to do that now.
Like, I'm awesome. I'm awesome at table tennis. I guess I should go play table tennis and just like beat everybody, or be like a great athlete in every sport. I guess because I can.
There is such a thing as really dumb superpowers, and that is a really dumb superpower.
I love dumb superpowers in comic books. The dumber the better. I'm kind of a fan.
Why would he become a criminal with that superpower? Because
he's not always a criminal.
Oh.
He's a for hire kind of guy. He's a mercenary.
Because he could be the star athlete in every sport. He could be Bo Jackson.
The U.S. government hired him to train John Walker how to fight like Captain America.
So he could be a star athlete in every sport and train people.
Yeah.
He could do a lot of stuff.
Yep. He makes money.
Why does John Walker need to fight like Captain America?
Because he's supposed to be Captain America. They're like, if you're going to be Captain America, you got to know how to fight.
Got to do that move where you throw the shield and it bounces off the tree and then you catch it behind your back. Otherwise.
And John Walker's like, no one knows how to do that. Only Captain America knows how to do that. And Taskmaster walks out. He goes, hold right there.
Right.
Watch this. Ba-ding, ding, ding, ba-ding. And he's like, I'll teach you how to do that.
Right.
It's like, well, how do you do it? You just watch someone do it and then you know. That's what he said.
It doesn't seem like he'd be a very good teacher because he didn't have to go through the steps to learn anything.
No, he did not. I know. When you say it out loud, it's like, can he really teach though? I guess he has to watch someone teach it and then he could teach it.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What a dumb character.
But his costume's cool. He's got
his costume is cool. I'll give you that. His costume is awesome.
His costume is
He is the Boba Fett of the Marvel Universe.
He is the Boba Fett of the Marvel Universe. That is 100% true. I love it. I'm on board. I'm glad we came around on this as a team.
Perfect. You did it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
That's why we do this show.
Yes.
I hope he learns how to walk real sexy in Black Widow.
So he's going to learn how to seduce people.
Yeah, just how to seduce people.
All right, Wombat, I think it's a good time for you to do your thing.
Sure, we'll talk about Mack Weldon. This year, spring is going to hit a little different because we're finally starting to get back outside and to see friends again. No matter where your adventures take you, Bring the comfort and style of Mack Weldon along for the ride. Trust me, your closet is going to thank you. Whether it's their hoodies, polos, tees, or active shorts, everything in the Mack Weldon collection mixes and matches seamlessly to fit in with any other trendy products you have. I love my Mack Weldon clothes. We talk about it all the time. I have 2 pairs of Ace sweatpants. I have a pair of the Ace sweat shorts. I wear mine when I do my supernatural workouts. I wear my Mack Weldon pants or shorts because they are the best. Same thing when I do my walks outside. It's the only thing I wear. I wear Mack Weldon underwear 7 days a week. They have men's essentials, socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, polos, and active shorts. They promise consistent comfort and fit. They look great, feel great from working out, going to work, or on a date. Mack Weldon is for everyday life with a wide range of customized fabrics that can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like. Don't forget about Weldon Blue, their totally free loyalty program. Level 1 gets you free shipping for life. Once you reach level 2 by spending $200, you get 20% off every order for the next year. Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable. So if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them and they'll still refund you. No questions asked. That is the Mack Weldon guarantee. For 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/CAGcast and enter promo code CAGcast. That's mackweldon.com/CAGcast, promo code CAGcast for 20% off. Mack Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
Stop it. You're not allowed to read it like that.
Why not?
I don't know. It feels wrong. It feels very wrong. All right, let's do new releases, Chef.
Time for new releases.
We talked about it a little bit last week, but I still want to play Returnal, but I don't want to pay $70 for Returnal.
You don't want to like work really hard and lose your save and pay $70?
Yeah, that I saw some people were having some bugs with the game, and I don't know. And there's always bugs with games now, so I can't tell like how blown out of proportion it is, right?
Right. It's hard to tell. I see like a lot of screenshots of PlayStation 5s crashing and stuff, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to play this game at some point. I'm just having a hard time pulling the trigger on $70. That's a like this new $70 price point, like without any discounts, like without the GCU, without like any guaranteed, like, hey, here's a little bit something off the top.
Yeah, that's almost $80 with tax.
Right. It really is making me like picky on what I want to go buy.
Totally.
Right? With that, and especially with a Game Pass as well thrown in there,
Right.
It's definitely part of the decision. I've got to be absolutely sure that I'm gonna like a game for $70.
Yeah.
All I know is that it's super hard, and if you make any comments about it on Twitter that are anything less than nice, you get a whole bunch of nasty comments sent your way.
Oh, people come to your house and throw rocks through your window.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently you're not allowed to be critical of that game on Twitter.
Oh,
people get mad at you. So every day I have to fight the urge to go, I heard that Returnal game is pretty shitty.
It's too hard. It's too hard and shitty.
Yeah, when are they adding that easy mode to
Exactly.
Returnal?
Right. You should just do that every day. You should just
every day. I heard they're adding easy mode next week to Returnal. I hope that's
or
true.
I'm not buying it until they add the easy mode. That'll really piss people off. I don't care about it.
Well, you don't have a PlayStation 5, so
I know. You know what I love about PlayStation 5? It's the only item that I can see behind you that I can, besides the giant Pac-Man, that I can clearly make out what it is. I see the PlayStation 5 and a Pac-Man. There's 1,000 other objects there, but those.
He has the Spider-Man robot on that shelf too.
I can't make that out.
Shelf down. Is that the Spider-Man?
So you can't see that. You can only see PS5.
Spider-Man
You don't
robot?
know. You're just guessing.
that's a Spider-Man Mr. Potato Head.
See, you didn't know. You did not know. Only
I knew it was
PS5 and Pac-Man.
Spider-Man related.
Well,
I see
that's
the
an easy
Optimus
guess.
Prime, and I see the Kermit the Frog.
Just stick with the new releases, or I'm going to burp on you more.
Anyone check out Dragon Quest Builders yet?
Isn't that for kids and nerds?
I don't know. I know it's on Game Pass. I didn't know someone tried it.
That's for
Shit coulda
kids and
tried it.
older nerds.
We might try it. I don't know. I saw it was on there. I have not tried it yet. I know some people like it. Yeah. Do you have anything to say about that game?
Yeah, why'd
No,
you bring it up?
It's new.
So there's a lot
It's
of new
on-
things.
It's on the list. It's new. It's a it's a fancy new release. I thought it'd be worth talking about.
A lot wrong.
I know.
I didn't realize it was a new release for Xbox as well. I mean, that game's been out for a while, right? I just thought it got added to Game Pass. It's really fuzzy now what's new releases and what's just like, hey, here's a new game on Game Pass.
Right.
Yeah,
Gotta
I think
keep score.
this is considered a new release on the Xbox. Like Boris the Rocket.
How's that?
I don't know. I don't even know what it is.
Thanks. Just keep on
Reading.
calling out names here.
I like calling out names. I don't know what that is. I don't know what dull gray is, but I know it's only $4.
What a
The
great
color.
name for a game.
Yeah. How about boring game? Just call it that.
Boring Blue is the sequel.
Boring cheap.
Did anybody pick up new Pokemon Snap?
No.
That one is also one that will come into my household, but I have a feeling that we'll be on the family plan for that, which means I need to buy multiple copies of it. And so I'm going to wait for that Nintendo sale week or whatever, where things are buy two, get one or something for $39.99 rather than $60 to take pictures of the Pokemon.
Right. Good idea. Anything else in new releases?
I'm looking through R-Type Final 2.
Nope.
Okay.
I like R-Type games. I don't like $40 R-Type games.
Why is everything so expensive?
I don't know, because there's nothing out. So the games that do come out are they're gonna try to get money out of people.
We're gonna get yelled at from devs not buying these full price games too.
We have Resident Evil 8 coming soon, so that's a thing.
That's like can't you get that for like $50 too?
Yeah, and that'll be out in like a week. I have a game that I'm playing now, but I can't talk about it yet. That comes out in like 3 weeks.
Ooh.
So I started that today.
Is
How
it
is
good?
I can't say, but I'm not going to say it's bad. How about that?
You can say it's good because we don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's so far the 2 hours I played have been a pleasant surprise.
And the new Mass Effect comes out, or the old Mass Effect comes out.
The old new Mass Effect, yeah.
What's that? A good 70 bones?
I don't know what that is. Won't that be on EA Access at some point?
Well, at some point.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're charging for the new one. They can't be charging 70 for that.
I hope not.
Here, let's see. They can't. No, it's 60.
Sweet deal.
Yeah. Is that it for the new releases? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it for the new releases.
I thought we were still doing new releases.
No.
I really do want to play Returnal though.
Too late. The music started
I guess
playing.
not. Yeah, we're talking about Apple and Epic and the lawsuit of the court trial of the century.
It's all Fortnite. Everything is Fortnite now.
Everything is Fortnite now. I know. I love it. I go on Twitter and it's just wall blocks of Fortnite leaks and news and things coming out in the trial. John McClane is supposed to be coming to Fortnite. We learned that from this trial.
Oh, we did?
Yes.
Kids love him.
Kids love John McClane and The Rock and LeBron.
Oh, they doing a Space Jam thing?
They might do a Space Jam thing. LeBron was supposed to be out in December, according to the trial, and has been delayed, I guess. So that's kind of
He has been injured.
So I don't think his injury would impact his ability to be a fake character in Fortnite, though.
You want that synergy. You want him out there on the court.
That's true. Sure. Like Neymar. I still don't know who he is. But
That's the DC or the Marvel Aquaman.
no, that's Namor. And I'd be thrilled if he was in Fortnite. He's also a mutant.
He's also a dick.
He is a dick. He keeps trying to sleep with a guy's wife. That's his whole character arc. But anyway,
have you been
Anyway.
following the trial, the Apple Epic trial?
I know they talked a lot. They've been talking a lot about, where they're making their money and who takes what percentages of things and all that nonsense, because that's the whole argument, is that Apple's taking too much of their money, and how they work with other developers. Some fun things came out in the trial, like Epic pushing PlayStation for the crossplay and how long it took that to actually happen, and Epic also pushing the Xbox over the summer to try to get free to play games to not require Xbox Live. And they wanted to have that in place in August on the Epic side to coincide with the Marvel season, but Microsoft couldn't pull it off in time. But obviously
wow.
that happened last week. So
Oh, you've been paying attention. That's cool.
yeah, it's kind of fun to see all these, how inside baseball it really is, how Tim Sweeney will just email these people at Microsoft and PlayStation. It's like, I have an idea. Like, dude, relax. Like, he emailed Tim Cook at one point when he, wanted to do something, and Tim Cook replied back, was like, "Who are you?"
Really?
Basically, that was who is this? How do I know you? Have we met?
That's funny.
Yeah. So I don't know. A lot of it is probably just a lot of boring jibber jabber, and we'll find out more, when it ends. But it is interesting to see all these leaks and find out certain revenue numbers that came up.
Like how much the developers got paid for the games, the free games, and how many. It was not only interesting to see that, but also how many new accounts signed up just to download that game, and how much each acquisition wound up costing Epic.
The Lego Batman numbers were insane.
Was that the winner?
That was the one. It was like it got an absurd amount of new people to sign up for Epic Games because they offered Lego Batman.
People want what they
want. A lot of games though had good numbers like that though, right? I feel like there was a lot of games that had millions of people sign up to get it.
And some games, Epic paid the developers $2 million, and other games they paid them $50,000.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then I guess a lot of that information was supposed to be redacted, and they sort of fucked up. But I think going forward, they're fixing that.
And the Marvel stuff sold really well. I don't know if that's shocking news. The Marvel stuff.
It is popular.
Sold really well. You know what didn't sell as well? The DC stuff.
Also not surprised.
Yeah. So.
Too bad they didn't break it out by character. That would be cool.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really decided who I'm pulling for. I don't know.
You don't have to pull for either of them. They're going to be fine, both of them.
I know, but I don't even know which side I'm on.
Don't be on the side. Just watch it for fun.
But who's right though? Don't you want to think
the bigger impact, if you're going to be on a selfish level, you'd probably want to be on Apple's side.
Why? Because I own Apple stock?
No, just because you would have if Apple wins, nothing changes in your life, right?
Okay.
If Epic wins, there's gonna be fallout across other areas.
No, Fortnite. Fallout's a different game.
Sorry. What?
You said if Fallout wins. You said if Fallout wins.
Oh, if Epic.
Yeah.
I meant if Epic wins.
Sure.
There's going to be fallout that is substantial across other things.
There's not going to be Fallout. There's going to be Fortnite.
Oh my gosh.
How? What would change? Give me an example of something that would change.
Well, the way the App Store works could change. It could leak into consoles not having the type of ecosystems that they have as well. So it would become more PC-like on consoles, where anybody could come in and sell their wares.
Yeah, so instead of there being the Microsoft Store where you buy all your games, there would be the Microsoft Store on the Xbox and the Epic Store on the Xbox. So you're now deciding, where am I going to buy my games from, the Epic Store or the Microsoft Store? And they may not. That means that certain games may not play well together. Let's say you have a friend that bought a game on the Microsoft Store and you bought your game on the Epic Store on the same console, but now you can't play together online because of some weird rights nonsense between the two because
Right.
Microsoft is unhappy that you bought it through the Epic Store or whatever they decide to pull off. These are all hypothetical things that could be a reality.
Yeah, I think the safer path for consumers is for Apple to come out of this victorious. For developers, maybe it's better for the Epic side, but really I think it's just better for Epic.
Yeah, if you don't want to go through the App Store anymore and you want to just, sort of get your app out there without having to share revenue with Apple, then you want Epic to win.
Right. Like, yeah. Beyond that, though, like consumers can choose whether or not they want to jailbreak their phones or get Google phones or there's choices there, right? Like,
Sure.
This kind of like takes some of that, hey, I like the Apple like ecosystem away.
Right. I get it. I don't, it's hard to envision though, like how that would actually change if Apple opens up their store more, but it sounds messy. It does sound messy from the way you were talking.
It's messier than.
So you would have like an Epic Store app on your phone,
right?
Where you would buy all your games through the Epic Store app. And let's say you switch from an Apple phone to a Samsung phone, you in theory would be able to re-download that Epic Store app and get all those games you had on your iPhone on your Samsung. So that's one of the benefits of Epic winning.
Well, that might not be a benefit for developers because they potentially have to program for different platforms to make that happen.
Well, if the game is available on both platforms, like Fortnite.
It's a big win for Fortnite. There's no doubt about it. Like, huge win for Epic and Fortnite if they win.
And everyone wants Fortnite to win. Wait, what?
I could care less. It seems like Fortnite's doing fine.
It is doing fine. Trust me, there's no problems with Fortnite.
A lot of the emails that came out, they're very clear that Epic was gaming the system here to cause legal battles because they want more money.
Right.
Right? Like there's not a, hey, we're the good guys, we're Epic in this situation. It's a, hey, we want more money.
How can we, what do we have to do to trigger legal action, basically?
Right. Yeah.
And then how do we get people on our side?
Yeah.
Team Epic.
They're gaming it all. Like, I don't know.
It's a gaming company. So
yeah, we're all going to survive no matter who wins.
Will we though?
Yes. Yeah. Well, not, we won't be affected by this trial probably too much. Moving forward through Wombat's fortnightly news, have you checked out the new Apex Legends season that just dropped today? I started playing Apex Legends again.
I downloaded my Star Wars charms for Apex Legends, but I did not download the game, so no.
It's fun. I don't know. They have a new character who's like Tribes. She's got a jetpack. She can fly up and shoot missiles. So that's the new addition. And they have what is that? What do they call that? Team Fortress? Not Team Fortress. What's the other one? Where you pay money, Counter-Strike. You pay money between rounds and you buy weapons and then, it's two teams against each other. They have arenas, they call it in Apex Legends. I don't know. It's all right. I don't know. It's fun. I got a little tired of Warzone, so I'm switching over to Apex Legends. That's where I'm at.
Why not switch over to Fortnite for a little bit?
If I only had that Major Lazer skin, I'd be right there.
If you play Fortnite with me for even a couple of nights, I would be happy to get you any skin you want.
I can't offer that type of commitment. I just gotta
have so much
stick
fun.
And move.
We play me and Darkness and ODX and Drew Brew in the chat, the Fortnite dads.
Right.
We talk about it in the Discord.
Right.
We have so much fun. You probably have seen my clips on Twitter.
Oh, who hasn't?
I think you would have a good time. Not Shipwreck.
Sure. Shipwreck doesn't like fun anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't like fun. But you kind of like fun a little bit.
Sometimes on Tuesdays.
And it's just like this sometimes so just funny, goofy nonsense happens in the game. Right. And we're just laughing when, we're in a car with big bouncy tires and it rolls down a hill and Batman shoots a guy in the face with it's funny.
That is funny.
It is funny.
All right.
I don't get it.
I'm not asking.
He got shot in the face and it was Batman.
Okay.
Yeah, so you got it. Now you got it.
I just think you would have fun.
Sure, I believe you.
In the group setting, I think you would enjoy yourself for that.
I'm not. It's hard for me to make it to like events and things. I have a time to play. I can just like jump in. Like I work in like 10:30 to 11 p.m. Like that's my sweet spot.
I would be happy to play with you at 10:30 any night of the week.
Wow. Even for Thursday?
Even for Thursday.
Wow. That's dedication.
You pick the night.
All right.
I will play with you.
I'll see you next.
Have fun.
I'll see you
Now's
next
a good
Thursday.
time to get comfortable because the next season comes out in less than a month.
I'm comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of comfort, let's move into Cheapy's Quest Corner now with Extra Wombat. Talking VR, Shipwreck, get ready. How's the VR going, Wombat? Still using it?
I'm still using it. I got over 3,000 points last week in Supernatural.
Is that good?
That's a lot of points.
Okay, awesome.
That was more than, I think, almost triple the person behind me on our leaderboard.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I got a lot of points last week. I'm leading the leaderboard again this week.
Mazel
I
tov.
do that every morning. For those who don't know, Supernatural is similar to like a Beat Saber type game where you have holding two batons and balls are flying at you and you're smacking them to the music. This one is different because it uses more real music, and it's aerobics focused, where there's a trainer and she's telling you what to do, and it's designed to give you a workout. And I've been doing that every day. I've been trying to beat my scores. I've been hitting my calorie burn goals in one session, which means I'm doing something right. And I actually got my wife to start it today.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, she's finally feeling a little more comfortable with the VR on.
Oh, how's her leg and stuff from her fall?
She's doing okay. One leg is still pretty bruised up, but she's walking. So, we're doing all right. And yeah, but Supernatural, I'm just, that's the kind of thing that keeps me coming back.
Yeah, it's fun.
I need the exercise, and I'll do a good 30-minute workout every morning and work up a sweat, and I'm burning calories. And
they have the classic rock that you crave.
They do. They have all the classic rock I like. So yeah, I did some classic rock this morning. What a shock. Right. And they have a surf music playlist that I like.
They got a lot of good stuff. Yeah,
they
it's
have
fun.
A James Bond theme playlist that I like. Yeah.
I'll check that out.
Yeah, it's fun.
Does it have All Time High on it?
I don't think so.
Shit.
I know. I also picked up Super Hot.
Super Hot VR. Yeah, Super Hot VR. People need to know, by the way, that Super Hot VR is a different game than Super Hot.
Mm-hmm.
I was confused. I didn't know that until somebody told me. How do you like it?
I like it. I'm about, I think, 60% through the game according to my save file.
Awesome.
So I'm a good a ways through. I speak good English.
It's pretty much like being in the Matrix, right?
It is like being in the Matrix. I mean, there's something to be said about when the gun is in front of you in slow motion and you reach out and you grab it. And you go.
Yep. Did you know that you can block the bullets with
your? You know how I learned that?
What?
From my son.
With the other guns.
Yeah.
And the swords too. You can.
Yeah. And I was playing it and someone shot at me and I dropped down real quick.
Yeah.
And my wife thought I fell. So,
you can wind up on the floor for sure.
Yeah,
and for shooting people like rolling around on the floor. Like I was doing that with 2 Uzis. Like it's pretty fantastic.
There's one part in this game, and I don't know if you got to it and it didn't do anything for you, but for me, there's this one part in the game where you kill the guy and it cuts real quick.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're standing literally on a beam and up in the air, and then the beam disappears and you start to fall.
Oh, I don't remember. It made you woozy?
And it made me, I was this close to like vomiting all over my floor because I was not expecting the drop.
They're not supposed to do that, much of a drop.
There was a drop. Oh.
Yeah. You can only have a little drop, otherwise you throw up. We learned that.
So I did that.
Yeah,
and
that's good. Super Hot's great.
Yeah,
but unfortunately, it's a little too soon, but it's still great.
Yeah. Also, we have Job Simulator too. I think I talked about that a little bit last week, though. That game is fun and goofy.
Nice. I was playing some 11 table tennis with 311 Phillies today, and we had he's pretty good. Like, he's real good, actually. Like, he's just like under me in rank. And we played a match, and I went right into the chair today. I was reaching for a ball, and I have a big, like, it's going to be a nice bruise tomorrow. Like, I can see the knot on my
That
chin.
game is a killer. I played a little bit of it this morning, and I had to tell myself, like, after my workout, I'm like, I'll cool down with some table tennis. And I was like, anytime the ball would hit too far on this side,
Yeah.
I would just be like, forget it.
I can't get it.
You get the point. It's not worth it. You get the point.
Yeah. It's not as big of a workout as the boxing game, Thrill of the Fight, but
No, Thrill of the Fight is insane.
Yeah.
But Supernatural is I mean, that's an actual workout. So
yeah. Anyway, if
you should keep doing it. Try to beat my score.
I'll play Super. Yeah. I'm just, I doing other shit too. I'll get back to Supernatural for sure. I signed up. I'm going to do it. If you've bought a VR set, because a lot of people are writing me telling me they bought VR sets, you should join the CAG Discord. It's discord.gg/CAG. And we have a VR channel there, and we all meet up, and we have a list of our usernames and stuff, so you can link up on there. Let's move on to Shipwreck's slightly uncomfortable segment. Let's see what we got this week here.
What do we got?
This one is from M. This is not your daughter, but this is from M. When Shipwreck's kids enter high school, what bathroom should a transgender woman use at the school? Born male, identifies as female, pre-op. I have an answer.
Do you have an answer? This one, honestly, I don't care.
That was my answer.
Like, you're going to the bathroom in school, like,
you're in and you're out. You do your shit and you do your business and you leave.
As long as you're not doing funny business in there, like, go in a stall, go to the bathroom.
And at that point, it doesn't matter what your sexuality is if you're doing funny business in there. You shouldn't be doing funny business in the high school bathroom. Right.
Don't do the funny. The funny business is the part that's the problem, not the
that's already illegal.
Use the bathroom. Yeah. Right. I'm here to use the bathroom.
And the chances of a trans student being the person that wants to do funny business is minute.
Well, yeah, I don't. That part doesn't come into play with me at all. Wombat. I don't care what percentage of trans people are going to be doing the funny business. It's if you're doing the funny business, is the problem.
What is the funny business?
Messing with other people, showing them your stuff.
Type of stuff, and not like flushing their heads down the toilet.
That
would be bad too.
That's okay.
The heads down the toilet part is fine.
Okay.
It's the general stuff of like, hey, go in there and go to the bathroom and don't bother anybody.
I don't remember going to the bathroom once in high school. I don't think I ever went.
I want to say I must have peed at least once in high school. Like, it had to have happened.
I was in there all the time.
I know I never took a dump in school, but
our bathroom stalls didn't have doors on them.
Mm-mm.
That's fine.
That's not fine. How are you going to make a duty there? That's ridiculous. That's never going to happen.
The trickier part of this question, if we really want to talk the trickier part of this question,
sure,
it's the locker room situation.
Okay,
right?
Sure.
How you pull that off is a much more difficult and uncomfortable conversation.
I think it's a more sensitive conversation.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, I mean, like, I was so uncomfortable in the locker room anyway, and I'm just a regular, just regular guy. Like, I don't want anybody looking at me naked. Like, I don't want anybody watching me changing.
You're not supposed to look at people naked. Even if you're all naked.
Right.
It's not you're looking at their face, not anywhere else.
Well, that's the idea.
Right.
I didn't even want that. I just wanted to go hide somewhere. I want anybody looking.
Like, growing up, like, being in sports, like, it didn't really, like, it's just the general culture, right? Like,
I would know. I was never naked in my school's gym locker.
I was all the time.
I wasn't naked because I had underwear. Actually, we didn't shower at gym time in high school.
I mean, we showered before and after practices and all of that, and it was the big, like, communal shower. It wasn't like individual showers.
That's nice.
It was, here's your room and here's the like 8 shower heads that are in this room.
Ugh, that's probably why I didn't do any sports. I didn't like that. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's I haven't been in a high school locker room shower in a few years to know if they've
put up dividers yet.
Yeah, put up dividers.
Now it's just one big shower head. I heard they don't even have. There's no dividers. Just one shower
I
head.
thought it was just that they had a pit full of water.
Right,
And you just
and
jumped in
towels.
the pit and jump in, jump out. They throw a towel at you.
So like when I was living in Japan and we had to do that hot spring stuff, I had to get naked like with all like Japanese adults and stuff, and it's the same type of situation, except like you have a locker room situation there where there's like an etiquette where you're supposed to be like naked in a certain part of the locker room, and then you take a shower. There's like a shower before you get into the hot spring. You got to clean up before you. And it's like a whole thing. So I had to overcome a lot of my like group nudity shower stuff because we wanted to do hot springs. And I did it.
Again, if it's just naked people, as long as you're not doing funny stuff.
Right. But like I didn't want the Japanese people looking at my American penis. Like I felt like they were gonna be interested. I could understand in high school like the kids don't care, but you're in a foreign country and you're a giant white guy, they may want to see what's happening. So like then I was really self-conscious. And then I saw an old Japanese guy and his balls were like hanging down to the floor.
You're the one.
They were so long. They were on the floor. You couldn't miss it.
Why are you looking at the floor?
I was looking at his feet and I saw his balls. They weren't hanging up
at his face.
I was trying to look away and I was looking at the floor.
He was walking on his hands. He was like, you were trying to look in the eyes.
Those are interesting slippers. Where did you get them?
Right. And I'm like, what are those fibers? Is that mole hair? Yeah, that was uncomfortable. But eventually you learn to use the towel and, just hope that people don't look. You try to chub up a little too, just so you represent America properly. You gotta make sure America's represented well.
You gotta do a little jiggle.
Right, you gotta just make sure it's ready. I mean, look, when you're a tall guy, the blood has to go very far to get to my hand. Look, you can't even see my hand right now, like so far, not even close to being able to see my arms. The blood has to travel places, so it's not in my groin like just normally. So I have to direct the blood flow.
See, as opposed to a short guy like me, hung like a mule.
And it's blood on demand. The blood is just there, like ready. It's all basically in that area already. But like my foot is so far away from my penis. It's like another person away. So it's just like it's a lot of moving
the blood. Is that what
blood.
happens? All the blood comes from your foot?
Yeah, I mean it causes a lot of problems being this tall. It's like when I like crouching down.
So when you're in let's say coitus.
Okay.
Doing the coitus.
Yes.
So the blood rushes out of your feet. Can you walk after, or do you have to like wait for everything to come down? So you have the blood back in your feet.
That's nature's way of not letting men run away after coitus.
Yeah.
All the blood is taken from their feet.
Wait, I can't go anywhere. I have to wait for the blood to come back.
I'm trying
to
take. I mean, I'm trying to take your comments seriously, but it's not a serious.
But you
comment.
shouldn't.
It does not happen that way. The reverse is not true. My limbs work fine during sex, after sex, before sex. It's just the penis that's fucked up.
So when the blood rushes in and all the blood rushes out of your body, do you become translucent like a sex chameleon?
No, but I feel like it's a similar thing to like when I go to tie my shoes and then I stand up too quickly. It's because like the blood went all into my feet or something. That might be different. I'm not sure about that. I have to ask a doctor about that.
Can we start calling you the sex chameleon?
If you like.
Okay.
It makes you horny.
Sex chameleon. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do a What Would Wombat Do? Tales from Retail. Sure. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, this one, I don't know. Did I do the one about the... Oh, I didn't do this one. Okay, this is from Aaron. Okay. He said when he was in college, he sold a Nintendo DS to GameStop. And he made a transaction. He got a pretty good price, and he was surprised, but it was a good price, and he left. And then 2 days later, he gets a voicemail from GameStop saying that they gave him the wrong credit. They thought it was a different model of DS, and that they want him to come back to the store and give them $30 back. what would you do, Wombat?
Not go back to the store.
Ever in your life?
I mean, yeah. Well, so you got cash is what we're saying here, not store credit.
He's needed to come back to the store to pay the difference. Oh, because he got credit. He bought something with the store credit, and it covered whatever he bought. But the reality is, it shouldn't have. So they want him to come back to pay off the item.
Okay, that paints a different scenario.
Okay,
here.
sorry.
But still, no. So he doesn't have any reason. Like he already spent the store credit.
Yeah. He bought the item with the store credit.
So he bought another item with the store credit. His store credit is tapped.
Yeah, he owes them $30.
Come back, and he doesn't owe them jack shit.
Well, they think so.
They're saying he
All
owes
right, so
$30.
So you're not coming back to that store ever. It's your solution. You're never going to that GameStop
It's
again.
not even going back to that GameStop. He can go back to that GameStop. What are they gonna do?
They're gonna ban him.
Yeah. What are they? He's gonna go to pay for something. They're gonna be like, "Do you have a Power Up Rewards account with us?" And he'd be like, "No."
Well, they'll recognize him, maybe. They're gonna have his picture up on the wall, like this guy owes us $30.
Yes, because the revolving door staff for the GameStop, they're gonna have a photo.
Well, it's revolving faster because that guy just got fired for giving the guy $30 too much.
Seriously.
Right.
Yeah,
All
I don't
right.
think he even has anything to worry about going back to that store.
Oh man, I'm going back.
Ship's
Why?
going back to the $30
because it's an honest mistake.
I don't care. It's their mistake.
Well, clearly you don't care.
right.
No.
I'm going back in that
Okay.
scenario.
Do you want to hear what Aaron did? Being the broke college kid that I was, I ghosted them and never went back to the location. They only left me that one initial voicemail, but I might have been guilt tripped if they had asked multiple times. This was not my finest moment, but one that sticks in my mind.
Oh, I would. Yeah, I'm right there with them.
All right, Aaron, don't feel bad.
Well, willing to have that be his permanent moment.
No problem. No problem
No
at all. I want to talk quickly about let's move on to Microsoft because I was able to buy the Xbox wireless headset, which is pretty difficult to come by these days.
I have one.
I really like it a lot, especially for $100. I find it's really comfortable. It's light. It's super light. It's the battery lasts a really long time. It sounds good.
It's rechargeable. Also, you just plug it right into the console. If you have a play and charge wire.
And just like the connection, you just turn the headset on, it connects immediately. Everything is great. I love everything about it, but the voice monitoring, the side tone seems to be completely broken. What do you mean?
What do you mean the side?
Hearing your own voice back in your ears.
Oh, I don't even think I do hear my own voice there.
Well, you can't because I don't think it works. They have if you go into the accessories app that's in Xbox. There's 3 different volumes of side tone, but none of them work. So I don't know. And that's a big feature for me. I need that. And I need to hear myself in my ears. It bothers me.
Yeah, I don't care about
it. You don't find you yell if you don't hear yourself?
Maybe. I mean,
you're always yelling. He's always yelling. It doesn't matter.
I'm always yelling. I like that there's a knob on the side where I can adjust.
It's great.
Game music and group chat.
Yep.
Up and down right on the side and the volumes on the other.
Yep.
I think that's awesome.
It's perfect. It's a great ergonomics in terms of the controls, the mute and everything. It's all right there. It's the fucking side tone. Fix the side tone and we got a home run. Thank you.
I bought something. I bought a Retro Tink 5X Pro.
Retro Kink?
I don't know what that is.
Sounds like you fuck it.
It's one of these.
You plug old consoles into it?
You plug old consoles into it and it makes them look pretty. It's a
woman repeller.
If you remember the Frame Meister.
Yes. Is this the new Frame Meister?
This is the new and improved replacement to the Frame Meister apparently. I have not obviously plugged it in yet. It just came this week and I have not had time to mess with all the retro consoles to get them all.
What does it hold? What consoles?
What?
What consoles do you plug into it?
The ones that have you either have component inputs on this side, component S video or composite. You've got the SCART. The SCART.
SCART.
Nice.
And then it shoots them out to the HDMI port here.
Nice. So you can't plug like a Nintendo Entertainment System into that.
Yeah. Nintendo Entertainment System, That I have a top loader that's modified to do SCART.
Okay. So you'd have to have a modified. It's not doesn't just fit any old.
Yeah, modified or with adapters, right? So the main ways to get the best videos out are either through component cables or SCART. It just depends on what you're trying to do.
Gotta have SCART.
Yeah.
All you really need is SCART.
Yeah.
So, damn Yankees reference.
Thank you.
Whatever Cheapy wants, Cheapy gets.
Yes. All right. Where are we here? Let's move on to what? Sony. A quick little Sony story. Sony has announced that Discord is going to be integrated into their online communications next year, which I think I would like to see happen on Xbox as well.
Why?
A lot of these games now have cross-platform play, or at least several big games do, and you find yourself in situations where you're playing with PC players. Like today, I was playing with world famous writer Ben Gilbert.
Okay,
you may have heard of him.
And he was on Good Morning America this week.
Like I said, world famous, and he was playing some Apex Legends on PC, and I wanted to play on Xbox. And we just used the in-game communications. But if we were on Discord, we wouldn't lose communication during loading screens. It'd just be like a smoother.
Got it.
Be smoother. You can.
I saw this news, and I was indifferent to it, but I'm not a big
Discord guy,
Discord,
PC gamer. Yeah, it's good because let's say Ben and I are playing like Apex together, trios, and just two of us want to talk. Then two of us could be on Discord, and we could still get like some rando to come in and play with us, but he doesn't have to hear us talking shit about the gaming industry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That's it. And our nefarious dealings. Let's move on to what? Quick Apple Orchard here. I bought the AirTags. I was able to order the 4-pack of AirTags. You know what the AirTags are, Ship?
I do not know what an AirTag is. What is an AirTag?
That is Apple's new tracker.
You like, you know how Spider-Man has those little spider trackers?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's both. The same thing that Spider-Man uses, but they're round and have apples in the center as opposed to being spider shaped.
Right.
So what are you tagging?
So I put one in my wallet. I put one on my keychain. I'll give you an example of a use today. For perfect timing for this review. I had to go out to pick up Ty. I could not find my wallet, and I was looking all over, couldn't find it. I pulled up the Find My app on the phone, and it makes a sound. You can push a button and it makes a sound. I push it, I couldn't hear the sound. I'm like, this thing is not working. I don't know where my wallet is. I don't hear anything. Then I push the Find It button, and then on the screen, it shows you how many feet away it is and what direction it is. So it leads you directly to it. And it turns out my wallet was under, my wife had just done laundry and she had moved like my clothes out of the dryer. So my wallet was under a huge pile of clothes. So that's why I couldn't hear the beeping, but the app took me right there. It's pretty space age.
I heard you only need to make a really small incision to implant one in your child.
Right. Or they could just swallow it every day.
That's true.
Every day.
Yeah, because it's going to come out.
Every day.
And then they have to fish it out. I think you're better off with the implantation method.
Right. Yes.
Or
how expensive?
They're not cheap.
They're $29 each. 100, four for 100. 4 for 100.
It's a lot of money.
It's cheap. What do you mean? $25?
It's not cheap. I don't think Spider-Man pays $100 for 4.
You're saying what you're telling me is you think $25 to track any item around the world is expensive?
What is the actual range?
It's not to be within your phone with any iPhone.
I know, but what is the range?
Right, because it's using the local.
So as long as somebody with an iPhone has walked by it within 25 feet or so, or I guess that's what I don't know what the range is. I have no idea, but something like that.
Let's say you put one in your son's pocket in the morning.
Yeah.
And he gets abducted.
Yeah.
From school.
Yes.
And he gets driven 30 miles away.
Right.
And he's in a bunker in the woods.
But he doesn't have his phone with him.
No, he has he doesn't have his phone with him. That's the first thing. They take the phone.
Right.
They don't know that he has a tracker.
That he ate the tracker for breakfast. Right.
Would you be able to find?
If they have iPhones, then maybe, yeah. Basically.
I mean, because that would kind of be cool, wouldn't
Yeah.
it? I mean, not the whole kidnapping.
Not
being
the-
able to find them.
Not feeding the kid the thing either. It's probably not that cool. But
No,
I feel
but-
like I don't lose enough stuff for these to be worth it.
now let's say I'm a creepo and I
Yes.
go to a bar
uh-huh.
and I see a girl that I find attractive.
Right.
Can I stalk her by dropping one of these?
I feel like you can.
like in her purse.
I feel like you can. But you're paying $30 or $25.
Yeah,
if you got the
there's so
4-pack.
much downside to this product.
Well, it's not a new product, right?
No, they've had tiles for a long time.
Tiles have been out for a long
Yeah.
time.
And but
I know.
Tile charges you a subscription to use those. Not only do they charge you $30 for the tag, they charge you a subscription. Apple doesn't.
Okay,
good.
I'm sure it's a fine product. I have the magnet wallet that just goes on the back of my phone.
Yeah.
So I've got that one covered.
Right. I didn't get
And
that.
I have a drawer where I put my car keys every time I take my car keys out of my pocket. So I've got that one covered as well.
So if I lose my phone and I have one of these trackers on my phone,
Yeah.
can I use your phone to find my phone?
I don't know if you log in. I think you can log in on a desktop and do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. You can use Find My iPhone on desktop. I know that. So you could find your phone on the desktop at least, and then I don't know. I bought it for my mom for her birthday because she's constantly like misplacing her keys and stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
And I bought her the.
It seems like a good gift.
It's gonna be great because I bought her the Apple Watch because she kept like forgetting where the phone is. So I'm like, well, if you just get the watch, you can do the thing and make the phone ring really easily from the watch. And now she'll be able to find her keys in the wallet in a similar fashion. It's all worked out. Hopefully, Mom doesn't listen to this. Ruin the surprise. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the cat.
Not about the feet conversation earlier. You're worried about if she discovers that you bought her air tags.
Right. I don't know. She probably passed out during that conversation. All right, let's do a quick CAG bag. It's getting late. Okay, this one we already answered the retro tink question, I guess. At Seth Shandor writes in and asks, any thoughts about the people leaving at Giant Bomb? Have you heard about that, Wombat? Been
Did
following?
they leave or like? I still don't know what happened.
Chip, do you know what happened?
They all seem like nice people. I'm sorry that they're leaving. I hope they find success in whatever they do next. Is
Well,
that the right? is that-
I mean, this is all part of whatever private equity firm bought their parent company, right?
Correct.
Were they let go or did they leave? That's the
left.
question.
They left, but it might. I don't know the details. Like it could have been a, hey, you pretty much have to leave situation. Like I'm gonna guess it's something along those lines, but I don't
Right.
know for sure.
Oh, you think so?
I don't.
Or it could,
Probably. I don't know. Could be anything.
Hmm.
Unless they divulged that, I don't know. I know they had been there at Giant Bomb for a long time. So
Yeah, it's all since the beginning, really.
right. But Jeff is still there. He's like one of a few of the originals.
Mhm. The original.
yeah, I think unless there's somebody in the background that isn't forward facing, but yeah, I think he's the last of the originals.
Yeah, I don't really have any strong thoughts about or feelings about it, but I know a lot of people are upset, and we've been getting emails saying that we're not allowed to stop.
And this is the last episode, so I hope everyone enjoyed it.
Call me, private equity firms. Hit me up. My phone lines are open. 272 call CAG. What else we got here? Yeah, I wish the best of luck to everybody.
This is Bain Capital.
Mitt, is that you, Mitt?
Yeah, it's me, Mitt Romney. You might remember me. I closed down Toys R Us and killed my dog. Which are
Right.
like how many billions?
Oh, I don't need that much. I'm not greedy.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough. That's enough show for today.
Sure.
I feel like we don't need to get to. We can save these questions for next time. Let's remind everybody first and foremost to go to tinyurl.com/CTF21, where they can donate to Children's Tumor Foundation and enter our charity raffle for a $100 e-gift card to wherever you like. How about that? Wombat, this is when you now read the sponsor thing.
You don't make it very clear. I just want to say thank you to our friends
I
at
was
Mac
making
Weldon.
it clear. Look, I made it so clear. I said
I
this.
know. Thank you to our friends at Mac Weldon. For 20% off your first order, visit MacWeldon.com/CAGcast and enter promo code CAGcast. That's MacWeldon.com/CAGcast. Promo code CAGcast for 20% off. Mac Weldon, reinventing men's basics.
Is that supposed to be from Super Friends or?
It's whatever you want it to be. It's a little super friendly.
Right.
It's a little Ted Knight.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, should we rate? Let's rate T-Pain. I don't know, because we can, I guess.
Sure.
Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Bread's done.